Hello and welcome to the Canva training on how to download your file once you've completed your design. Okay, so when you go into your design, it's going to have maybe one page or numerous pages, whatever it is that you're attempting to do. So here, if you go to Share on the top right-hand corner, and you click on that, and you can see there's a download button. So if you click the download, and then in this area here for the file type, you can choose what type of file this is going to be for when you download it. So obviously, if it's a pictures, then JPEG and PNG files are great. You can also download as PDFs, MP4 and GIFs when you're on the free version. Okay, so I would most likely download this as a PDF type file. So if I go into the share and then click on download, I would then go to the file type and change that to PDF. Now you can have it as a standard, which is great for emailing, so it's not such a big megabytes in the document, or you can have it so it's PDF print, so it's a better quality for that as well. So if you click on the standard, for example, then you can see all the pages are selected, and then you can click done and then press download, and then your download will start. So let's just click that, and you'll see here it's done it, and it's popped it down into my bottom left hand corner for me to open. Okay, so that's how you would do it as a PDF. How you would do it as a file of different PNG files or JPEGs. Now you may want to think about, if you are downloading lots of graphics, and they will end up in a zip file if they're graphics, or a PDF if you're selecting PDF. So one document for them, or multiple documents in a zip file for photo type designs. Now, if that's the case, what you want to do to differentiate for when they do actually get extracted is that you would want to change the name of the page. So for example, in here we would say proposal. Here we would call this about us, so that when we download, we know which page is which. Here we have our team, and here we have goals. Okay, so this is a 4-pager. So for example, now if I was to download that as a PDF, not much would change about that. But if I was to download it as a PNG file or a JPEG file, then I have got 2 options here. One, I could download the whole lot, so it would come into a zip file to be extracted, or I could individually download them. So I could just print the first one. Now, if I was to do that, if I was to download proposal and know it's page 1, I might also want to consider changing this title, because if it's just one page out of this document, that page will always have that name convention up there. If it was downloaded as a zip file, the zip file would be called business proposal, but inside of that, all of the individual items will have the names that we've changed on the page ones. So I'm going to download it as a JPEG, all of them, so I have to extract. And from here, I can open up the zip file. Now you'll be able to see the naming convention that I've used. So you'll see about us, goals, our team, and proposal. And those are the names that we put for the individual pages. Okay, so that's how you would then differentiate. Of course, you would then extract all into the location where you want it. Currently, mine's sitting in the downloads folder on my computer. Okay, so if it's a whole document as a PDF, that naming convention at the top sticks. If it's you're downloading all of this for JPEG files or PNG files, then the naming convention when you extract will be the ones that you put on the top of the actual pages. Okay, if you were then to just download graphic file, PNG or JPEG file, just selecting one of these, then remember that you would need to change that name so that when it downloads, it's called whatever it is that you're expecting it to be called. Otherwise, it would be called the main file name. Now, if you're doing those individually over time, your downloads will be called business proposal 1, business proposal 2, 3, 4, and it will just go on. And then you would not necessarily be able to identify what they are unless you can view the icons in your downloads, in your downloads area on your computer. Okay, so that's the common downloads, PNG files, JPEG standards, PDFs. You can also download GIFs that you've created and MP4 videos as well. So if you create those, you're able to download those as video clips. Yeah, and that's the download button. Hope that was useful. Thank you.